Good morning, prosperous practitioners. I believe I am now live on day number four of the 5-day live work series. And today, as I wait for my Facebook to tell me that we're all good to go, we're talking tech. So please, tech gods, shine down on us, smile on us. Let our tech today work because we're talking about tech. I can see there's a few of you jumping on. Good morning. Let me know where you're coming in from today. Let me know so I can see who's here. Hey, Alison. Beautiful. And hey, Luann, good morning. Hi, ladies. There's a few more jumping on. Fantastic. This is so good. I love how so many of you are able to show up live. It's fantastic. And then there's a ton of you also watching the replays, which is great. I'm loving the comments and the questions and the engagement that's happening. It's just so fun. This is such a fun event to do. I love workshops and webinars, but this just feels, I don't know, because it's a bit longer. It feels really fun, and I really love coming and interacting with you every morning. I'm going to miss you guys next week, but there are some bonus things happening next week, which I'll talk a little bit about today. So this is not the penultimate day. There will be more. There'll be some more trainings next week and some more bonuses and bits and pieces, some of which are coming your way today. Annie, hello. Janet, good morning. Rachel, Mariana, hello. New Plymouth, NZ, very cold. Oh, snow on Mount Taranaki. Oh my God, Taranaki? I always say that wrong. Oh, that's going to be frosty for you, Alison. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Carly. Amazing. All right, cool. So we're all here, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Hey, Carly. Uh, Notifications. Oh, what's going on there, Diana? Are you not being told that this live's on? That's frustrating, isn't it? Cool. All right. So before we dive into tech, what that sounds like so boring, doesn't it? I was going to put my blue light glasses on, my blue light blockers, because we're talking tech, but then I couldn't find them because because I've been doing this event, my house is a complete write-off. So that's a job for the weekend. Um, Cool. All right. So zero notifications. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? I don't know why. I think with Facebook, particularly with Prosperous Practitioner, like a group like this one, you need to go in and check your notification settings and make sure that you've turned them on to all. I did do a post about that a little while ago. Facebook kind of did a reset apparently, and a lot of people in groups weren't seeing group posts and weren't getting notifications. So that might be why. So I'll find that post today later and just pop it back up to the top of the group, and you can just check that. But that could be why some of you aren't seeing them. All right, so before we dive into tech, who has mapped out their signature program? Like, I wouldn't expect you to have it perfect, but who feels like it's starting to take shape? Who feels like that is, that it's happening? And have you got any questions? If you want, while I'm live for 5 minutes, we can do a little bit of live coaching on signature programs. Lots of questions. So we'll talk about that for a little bit, and then I'll dive straight into tech. So for those of you watching the replay, hang tight. We'll get to tech in just a moment. Roughly, sort of. Yeah, look, that's honestly, ladies, that is all I would expect after one sort of day of diving into it. But you've got that framework now, so you can always go back. Obviously, there is a lot more to creating a signature program than I could possibly share with you in that session, but I've given you that kickstart and that first kind of overview of some of the process that will really help you start to get it out of your head and down on paper. Yeah, early days, Mariana, that's cool. We got 6 months together in the mastermind, so you will be fine. Jackie, sort of still working on it. Yeah, cool. All right. Beautiful. All right. Well, look, we might, I'll check back to see if there are any signature program questions. There's a bit of a delay in my comments, so I will check back. But what we're going to do is oh, sorry, Carly just snuck in. I think I might have an idea oh, good. You've got an idea how you can blend spirituality and naturopathy, helping empaths with their learning alongside looking after their adrenals and nervous system. Yeah, cool. I like that. I'm interested to see how that takes shape. That's cool. I love that you're finding ways that you can kind of really package up all of your expertise and your passion. So that's great. All right, so tech. Now, tech is one of those areas that I feel trips a lot of health and wellness practitioners and coaches up. And I feel that it's often a bit of a barrier to working online and doing some kind of online program, or even some, improving systems and automation in your practice. So tech isn't just about being online. Tech is about using the technology we have available in 2021 to work smarter. Okay, so even if you don't launch online, even if you don't create a program, today is still really relevant because tech is amazing. Like, technology, when you think about it, was supposed to make our lives easier. My grandmother used to have one of those old, she also had a washing machine, but she had one of those old washboards, with the rollers, and she kept it because she sometimes, I think she did sheets that way, but she used to say to me, we used to have to rub the washing on here, and they used to have to like beat things dry and God knows what else. And then so the washing machine, can you imagine how much that changed so many people's lives, right? And so computers and software and programs, that's all supposed to do the same thing. It's supposed to take the grunt work out of our lives. So we need to look at technology in that way. Okay, we need to look at it as an opportunity to work a little bit smarter, take some of the grunt work out of what we do. Heck, it's tech. Yes. Alison, you have come so far with your tech. So like, you are actually probably a tech ninja, or at least a tech ninja in training. So I think you should really be proud of yourself for how much you embrace tech and how much you've really you've come a long way from when we first started working together. So yeah, tech does not need to be scary. And if you have the Prosperous Practitioner Manifesto, you know that one of the little phrases, one of the little mantras on here is, I am an intelligent woman and not even tech scares me. Okay? Tech is your friend. So when I'm talking about tech, obviously that's Australian slang for technology. We like to shorten everything. And it's all of the things that involve like computers and software and microphones, anything electronic, anything like little square readers that you can take around with you to get payment, all the systems and software that you use to run your business on your computer or that are there for you to use. Yeah, Luann loves the tech. I do too. Once you remove the fear and realize that, especially these days, any program that you start using, they have video tutorials. They have people on the help desk to help you. You can search YouTube for anything to do with any sort of tech, and there will be somebody that's figured it out. There's some way, there's some hack, there's some way to kind of integrate it with something else. Like, honestly, you don't need to be afraid of tech. So yeah, I love that you love it, Luann. Me too, because it makes your life so much easier. So really, I think that, yeah, tech is user friendly, it's simple, especially these days. Otherwise it wouldn't last in the marketplace. Like, it needs to be user friendly, right? So what I want to really focus on is, what platforms are out there? What ones are you guys already using? What's out there that can help us work smarter, not harder in our business? And also to get you thinking, as far as your signature program goes, and particularly if you're wanting to have all of it or at least elements of it delivered online to your clients and patients, what platforms are going to help you do that? Okay, so what are you currently using? Let me know, because as you may have seen, if you've looked ahead in the workbook, the first thing we're going to do in the workbook, and we'll go to this in a bit more detail in a moment, we're going to look at like a tech audit. What are you already using? Because if you want to type in the comments, I'm just going to keep rambling for a bit, but guys, let me know what tech, what programs, what software, what life-saving whiz-bang gadgets are you currently using? Have a brainstorm. Just flood the comment box with what you're using, and we can go through. And you might help somebody. You might say something like a program or something that I don't even know about, and it may be life changing, and you may literally like improve our lives just by sharing. So type away. I'll come back and review that in a minute. But with technology, I think it's really important to assess what you've already got and start there before you think about launching into some big expensive new piece of technology. Ask me how I know that. Yeah, because shiny object syndrome. If you're gonna come down with that lurgy, it's gonna happen in the tech space, okay? Because there is always a better way to do your program. There's always a whiz bang automation. There's always somebody else has this great tech platform that does everything supposedly, and you think, oh my gosh, I need that. And you can really go down the rabbit hole, right? And get frozen in fear and kind of like that tech analysis paralysis. Who's experienced that before? I know in my mastermind, a lot of my clients really struggle with, they just spend far too long trying to figure out what's the best tech. And you know, they've got all the little sales pages open and the comparisons and the pricing, and they're trying to figure it out. When really what they've already got, what they're already using is enough to get started. So that's why today in the workbook, we're going to do a tech audit, because I think particularly when you're launching something new, make it easy. Start with the simplest way to deliver it. Start with what you have and what you know. Then when you've got clients paying you for your program and you've got a little bit of money in the kitty, and you've been running it for a while and working with the tech you already have, then you're in a much better position to say, okay, what's missing? What else is out there? How could I make this even more streamlined? Because tech needs to save you time, okay? That's the biggest thing. So I guess for me, the thing I love most about tech and programs and software and all of those wonderful things is that it leverages my time and it automates, right? So like this could have been called day 4 automation hacks. Like technology is there, particularly when we're working with clients in a program, to help us automate a lot of our processes to free up our time, right? So that is like, that's the number one thing that any tech that you're reviewing has to do. It has to automate your time, free up your time, automate your processes, right? Cool. So I might just have a look back through the comments now as you guys are popping them in and see all the tech that you've got. Okay, so we've got Simple Clinic and Square, Acuity, Zoom. Oh my gosh, I've got my list here. I forgot Zoom. I'm like I live on Zoom. How hilarious, I forgot that. Because it's such a part of my life. I forget that it's, you know, I almost forget it's tech. I just feel like I'm part woman, part Zoom some days, especially on a Tuesday and a Thursday when we do our big coaching calls. Mariana's got Canva. Yes, could not live without Canva. OneNote, awesome. MailChimp, SendOwl, Simple Clinic, Stripe, Square, PayPal, email, WordPress. Yep, I've used all of those. MailerLite, Simple Clinic, Square, Easy Direct Debit. Ooh, CoView, Telehealth. Is that COVID Telehealth? Canva, MailChimp, Simple Clinic does everything really. Yeah, it's pretty good. It does a lot of things. Luann says, yes, keep thinking I should ditch MailChimp, but I think it's easier to stay put. Yeah, I ditched MailChimp. I fell out of love with it. It changed. But there will come a time when it feels right to move on to something more powerful. But don't just do it for the sake of it. Like, you've got to have a good reason. Carly says Wix and Stripe. Diana, haven't even explored Simple Clinic's client portal yet. Interact for a quiz. Canva, Square, online store, MailerLite, Xero, G Suite. Oh, it has a new name. Cool. Simple Clinic, Square, Canva, MailerLite. MailerLite makes me crazy. Oh, fear of pressing the button. Oh, I know what you mean, Chris. I remember when I first, like, gosh, I can't even remember how long ago. I think it was even while I was still marketing. I can't remember when I first started using MailChimp, because it was the big one, right? Back in the day, the big email software provider. But I remember MailChimp, the gorilla used to have the big finger, that came down and it would like sweat and shake, and that is how you would feel, isn't it, before you would press send. You know what? That fear goes. You just have to preview, check it, check all your links, get it, where you know it needs to be, and just press send. I have made so many bloopers over the years of sending out emails and there was a broken link, and then I tried to send a fix and it was still broken. Like, hilarious. It just shows that you're human. And I see some of like the top online business whiz bang gurus who I follow and I look up to. Sometimes they do that with their emails too. The first name field may not populate and it'll say, hi, first name. And you'll be like, oh God, that's embarrassing. But it happens. It's okay. But yes, the fear of pressing the button. I like MailerLite. We use that for our chiropractic practice. Super easy and user-friendly to kind of work your way around. For like a simple kind of business like that, it works well. Google Workspace, Practice Better. Alison says, made a huge difference to how I communicate. I love Practice Better, and I have a little exciting bonus for you guys that I'll announce soon. Zoom, Canva, Trello. Yeah, Trello's cool. What else do I use that's similar to Trello? What's the other one? Oh my goodness, mind blank. My best friend's like the Australian guru in it. Asana. Asana is another one that's good too. Sharon says, oh no, no glitching. Sharon, you've got glitchy and pausing. Oh, Janet says glitchy, especially when I say technology. Oh, maybe if I close down some of my other, let me just, oh, sorry guys. I hope it's not going to be a sign of things to come. Can you let me know? Yeah, Sana, thanks, Mariana. Can you let me know if it continues to be glitchy? Then we might just stop and I'll jump back on another. But I don't believe that. I don't believe it's glitchy for everyone. Oh, PB, practice better. Practice better. Back again. Cool. All right, Sharon. Hopefully it holds out. So. Yeah, so I did a bit of a tech audit because I'm telling you guys to do it, and I never like to say to do something if I won't do it myself. So, but you know what, as I'm reading through all your lists, I have forgotten so many of the tech that I use. So other than obviously this is funny too, we think of the software, but other than my multiple LED lights, my laptop, my microphone, Hello Tech, my lovely iPhone, where I literally could run all of my business from my iPhone. How cool is that? But the screen is very small. So yeah, there's all that kind of hardware as well that we sometimes forget about. Now I'm glitchy. Oh, look, guys, I'm so sorry. You might just need to hang in there because the recording is always good. So fingers crossed. My computer is humming along nicely, which tends to mean it's working hard. But yeah, all right. Well, we might keep going. Please comment if it completely freezes or you lose me. Then I will end it and we'll start again. But yeah, so the tools I use: ActiveCampaign for my email, love. As far as clinic management programs, I used to use HealthKit. It was free. I think it's now called Halaxy. So that was the very first one I used. Clinico with Clinique apps I then changed to. Then I set everything up for a platform called Healthy with an IE at the end. And then something about it annoyed me, and so I aborted that mission and I went back to Clinico. And then I found Practice Better, which is my all-time fave, because for a long time they have had an amazing platform for online programs that you can have evergreen, meaning people can sign up whenever and it gets drip fed, or it's all like the functionality is incredible. Automated forms, just a beautiful platform that I think like Simple Clinic are now releasing programs and things like that. I have never used Simple Clinic. I know a lot of my clients do and they love it, particularly if you've got a practice and a dispensary to manage, because I think they've got that real traditional kind of practice in mind. But yeah, there's so many out there. You've got to find the one that works for you. I use Canva extensively, obviously WordPress for my website. I now have my funnels hosted, or I'm setting them up to be on my website. I was using ClickFunnels and I moved to FG Funnels, but now I'm going back to WordPress because it's just easy and I love it. And WordPress has improved a lot for landing pages and things like that. I use obviously Facebook, Instagram, all the social media. That's tech. In my book, that's tech. Basecamp, my VA and I communicate on Basecamp. So that's kind of, I guess it's a bit like a Trello or an Asana, but a little bit different. MemberPress is what my course platform is on for my mastermind. I've got WooCommerce for all of my digital done for you materials and courses and things that you guys can get off the website. What else? Oh, Integrately, which is a bit like Zapier. I've used Zapier before. So many. All the ones you guys mentioned, like I really, if I were to do a proper tech audit, I think I'd need quite a few pages. LastPass as well, if you want secure passwords and if you need to be able to share them with a virtual assistant, that is incredible as well. Anywho, so we get the picture, all right? We have a lot of tech, and there's a lot more out there we probably don't know about. So now that you've done a bit of a tech audit, what I want you to do, we've done it together. In your workbook, you will see that there's a big page here. There's only one page in today's workbook, okay? So it's not a massive lesson, but I want you to spend some time going through your workbook and really thinking about what software you already have, what tech you already have at your disposal. So that's the first step. Next, you want to then determine where the gaps are. Okay, so what are the things, the laborious, admin-y kind of things that you do in your business that you could use or find some kind of tech to help streamline that and help automate that process as much as possible. Particularly when we're talking about scaling our business by working smarter, which is what I teach practitioners to do, you want to set things up so that when you become like famous, when you become really busy, right? When you've got a lot of clients coming in, that whole process needs to be really easy and streamlined. From the minute that somebody, or even before that, from your marketing, like how do you automate and leverage your time with your marketing, right? Then when a lead comes in, how do you then have that process easy so that all you do is check your calendar, oh, there's a discovery call booked in, or such and such has sent me an email asking about things, or there's an initial consultation someone's booked in, however your process is set up. Then you want to know that, well, have their intake forms been automatically sent to them? Are there reminders going out? Can they even book online in the first place? I get astounded at how many practitioners still don't have online bookings. How many big multimodality clinics, there's one down the road from me, I used to work there and I did their marketing for them for a short period of time. They were so reluctant to have our online bookings. And yet they had a really busy reception desk and they had multiple staff on the phone all the time. I'm like, guys, you could really be leveraging this. And not just about how to streamline your own business, but clients expect to be able to book in an appointment at 10 o'clock at night when they're in pain or they're finally sitting down having a moment to think, you know what, I really want to do something about whatever my problem is. Let them book then. If they have to wait till the next morning to ring, they won't, right? I'm sure you guys all have online bookings. I know that we're pretty savvy in our profession in this community, but that process really needs to be streamlined. Can they pay you easily? Is that automated? Can they click a button and pay? Or is it a clunky process? Do you have payment plans set up? Is that automated? Does your system hold their credit card details securely encrypted online so that when their next payment comes out, you don't have to do it. You don't have to send an invoice and chase it. You don't have to have that little tab open in your brain. It just comes off their card. If the payment fails, do you then have to chase it, or does the system automatically try it a day later or 3 days later or whatever you program it to do? These things are really important, guys, and it's almost an expectation that clients have, especially if you're working online. Then once the client's onboarded, how do they rebook appointments? How do they access your online curriculum? Is there a community they can access? How easy and streamlined is it for you to communicate with them throughout the time that you're working together? Okay, think of everything. So what you then need to do once you've assessed the gaps is you need to start to do your research and think, well, what's the best program for me? and asking Prosperous Practitioner, I'm happy to help. There's other practitioners that could help. Don't get stuck in the rabbit hole. Just find out what works for others. It's probably going to work for you as well. So when you have a look in your workbook, I've kind of, and again, I haven't got everything here because, you always remember things. But what I've done is I've outlined the basics of what you will need or what's going to help you to run a really streamlined online practice with a hybrid program that has some one-on-one elements, some group coaching, some online curriculum, all that sort of stuff. So client management. So you have to have some kind of practice management software. If you don't, oh my God, it will change your life, right? So it's a booking system or practice management software. And at the very least, right, I want to encourage you that your system has the capacity to make online bookings, payment, right? Online payment or automated payment, and automated like intake and questionnaire sending at the very least. If it doesn't have that, useless, okay? And then there's all sorts of other bells and whistles that you could add on to that as per your needs. Teleconsult software, Zoom, fantastic, right? GoToMeeting, there's so many. But especially if you're hosting some parts of your program online, you're going to need a way to be able to do that with clients. Online payment provider. So your practice management software will need to link into something like Square or Stripe or PayPal. So it's that they actually look after the money taking sort of side of things. And a course portal. Where are you going to host your online curriculum, your video lessons and your handouts and your meditations and audio recordings and all those things that you're going to add in there to leverage your time and to enhance your client's experience? Where are you going to host that? You can just deliver it with MailChimp or MailerLite or whatever your email provider is. When I first started doing group cleanses and weight loss programs in my practice many, many years ago, that's how I did it. And it was fine. And some of my clients still start there. Yes, even with their $2,000 plus programs. Okay, because the client cares more about the substance than the fancy course portal. That said, I think if you're serious about business, you're going to want to invest and have some kind of fancy course portal at some point, but you don't have to have it from the get-go. Start with what you have. That's why we did the tech audit to begin with. Yeah? Then marketing, that's the other big area where we can really use tech to leverage our time and to help make things much more streamlined. Smartphone with good camera. Yeah? It's funny, every time I say smartphone, I actually pick up my phone. I know I have an addiction, but it's away from me over there and I've got EMF casing and stuff like that, but who knows? But I love my smartphone. Good camera and mic. These days, like for Facebook Lives, you need natural light and a good phone. The cameras on, especially iPhones, which is sort of what I have, the cameras and the mics on iPhones these days are incredible. You can add more lighting and you can add in a microphone that plugs in to really enhance it, particularly if you're recording something that, like for your program, if you're recording a video with your phone, you want to make sure that that audio is on point because it's going to be viewed multiple times and it's going to be, hopefully you record it once and never have to do it again. But really the phones and the mics are phenomenal. I'll come back to your guys' questions in a moment too. Social media pages, can't do marketing these days without them. Webinar software. How do you run webinars? Zoom, you can run a webinar on a Zoom. Zoom even have an extra webinar function as well that you can have. There's Easy Webinar, there's Webinar Jam, Webinar Ninja, so many webinar, like for automated webinars and things like that. But just start with Zoom, that's easy enough. Website landing pages, you're gonna need those. You're gonna need to use funnels, which is a whole nother, we talk about that in module 5 of my mastermind. I get my clients to create two really simple, important funnels in their business. But yeah, website landing pages are really important for online business these days. A graphic design tool, #Canva. I don't know anyone that's better. There are others out there, but at least one graphic design tool. There's lots of other apps and things I use for like Instagram Reels, creating my own memes, which I love. There's a lot of apps that can do all of that on your phone as well, but at the very least, you're going to need some kind of tool to help create your workbooks and your handouts and your social media graphics and your Facebook banners. Canva is free. It's $10 a month if you upgrade to Pro, which I think is a really good investment. You can design your logos in Canva. Like it's phenomenal. And email management program as well. So like your MailerLite, your ActiveCampaign, your MailChimp, whatever it is that you use. And then other, I've left a little space for other. I'm sure there's others there, but that's kind of the basics. Like you want to make sure you've got all of these filled out and or you know where you'll go when the time comes. So that's your tech audit for today. How are we doing for time? Okay, cool. So let me go back and have a look at these questions. There's quite a few coming in, so I want to make sure that I get to them. All right, so Diana says, I love how my products on Square are transferred via Weebly to create my Facebook and Instagram shops. Payment is via Square, so my custom information is saved. Yeah, cool. It's integrations. Like, once you've got all of your tech set up, then you kind of realize you need to get it to talk to each other. So that if somebody, signs up or buys a simple ebook or something on your website, you want them to be added to your mailing list. If someone books in a discovery call, you want them to be added to your mailing list, right? You do not want to be doing that stuff manually. If someone opts in for a lead magnet, that needs to be sent to them automatically automatically, immediately, not manually a day later when you go, oh, wow, I've got to send that. Like that's, set yourself up, like start how you intend to finish. I would expect that all of you expect to be incredibly successful and help a ton of people because that is what we trained for, right? We want to help as many people as possible with our really amazing skills. So set your business up now for when you're expecting to be fully booked. Because if you do it the other way, I have seen practitioners who kind of try and get by doing things cheaply and manually and are really fearful of changing systems because it all seems too hard and it bites them in the bum. When they start to get clients coming in, they lose it because suddenly it's really freaky and laborious and they're piled under paperwork drowning. I do not want that for you guys. That's why I've included tech in this 5-day training because I just think it is so important that we set things up and we work, working smarter, not harder is one of my business's missions is to help you guys work smarter. So tech, we're lucky we've got tech for that. But yes, integrations are so cool, Diana, definitely. And that's where tools like Zapier and Integrately come in. So if you've got like one bit of tech and another bit of tech and you're like, there's no actual integration set up, how do I get them to talk? Get Zapier or Integrately and they can make your tech talk to each other. Super cool. Diana also says, I love how I can set a timeout on the booking if payment doesn't go through. It stops spammers. Cool. Yep. Alison, in the program we create, can you do a session on how to book in, etc.? Been thinking this is needed, especially with my older peeps. In the program we create, can you do a session on how to book in? Oh, you mean can you do like a video lesson on how to actually book? Yeah, for sure. Of course you can. Why wouldn't you? Yeah, like often the first few introductory videos in your signature program, you do want to go through, it's like housekeeping. If you were running an event at a hotel, you'd say at the beginning, okay, the toilets are down to the right, tea and coffee is going to be served at 10 and 3. Like that's housekeeping. So yeah, you can have like a welcome to the program. Here's how you can find your way around. Here's how you book in. 100% I would do that. I know with Practice Better, they have a welcome video that talks about how to find your way around Practice Better, and that's automatically sent when somebody joins. But you can actually go in and change that video. Alice, I'm saying this because I know I use Practice Better in my practice. I know you've got it too. That's why I'm talking about PB. But you can change that welcome video to one of your own, which I think is a really nice touch. Chris says, what are some good course portals? If you run a clinic and you also have online programs, I would say hands down Practice Better. I think it's the best. If you want to keep your course sort of separate, and it depends, like if you've got a WordPress website, there's MemberPress, or what's the other one? LearnDash is quite good. They're plugins. really cost effective. There's things like Kajabi that do everything. Like there's so many. And I think, Chris, it would really depend on, again, what have you already got? What's your budget? Have you got your program set up? Are clients already coming in and paying you for it? Like really, it's kind of a it depends question, but there are a ton out there. Mariana, are you using a mic now, or is that just your computer's mic? It's a Samsung satellite mic. Hopefully the audio is good. It's an amazing mic. But yes, I am using a mic because my laptop is a dinosaur, which I probably shouldn't have said because it's it's highly sensitive. But yeah, I use my mic with my laptop. In love forever with Canva. Canva Pro is so worth it. Automagically, I know, that's right, magic. Yeah, Chris is so true about not having everything set up, expecting yourself to be really busy. That's very important. Cool. All right. So that's great. So if you've got any more questions about tech, please write them in. But really, I think it's just about, reviewing what systems you already have, deciding what's missing or where you could improve. Pick the simplest solution, okay? Don't pick something that has more than what your needs require unless you can see that you're going to need those features very soon, because you can always change your tech. I have changed things in the last 12 months so often, right? Because it's a bit of trial by error. Like you've really, really got to try things, figure out if it works, and you can always change. It's almost like your niche. At the beginning, you're not marrying your tech. You're not marrying your niche, all right? We're just dating before we then make that final full commitment. So don't be afraid to try something and it doesn't work out and change. Most programs and platforms and things like that have a month-by-month payment option where you can cancel at any time, okay? So there's a way out. For all the commitment phobes out there is a way out. That's why I'm really reluctant to suggest to any of my clients to invest. Like some of these programs, you can do a one-off fee for $2,000. That frightens me a little bit because I think some people jump into that far too early in their business, when maybe we could have gotten by with something else for a month to month. But then sometimes they make that investment, and it's great, and they don't have that monthly payment coming out. They own it and off they go. So it's really a case-by-case basis. But if you're not sure, ask in this group. I'm sure there's a lot of people that could give you, insider information on whatever platform it is that you're inquiring about. So yeah, review the systems you already have, decide what's missing, pick the simplest solution, and don't be afraid to invest. Now, I know I just said be mindful, $2,000 to buy it outright, a little bit scary, but you're going to have to invest at some point. $50 a month, $75 a month. If it is saving you time, when you value how much your time is worth, you got to kind of do a cost analysis and think, well, you know what? I've got to bite the bullet at some point. My God, sometimes I kind of think like, are you in business or is this a hobby? Because if you're in business, you're going to have to invest in tools that make your business run better. Okay, it's like trying to start a concreting business and not buying a truck with one of those whirly concreting things on the back of it because you don't want to invest, but you're going to stand there with a bucket stirring all day. Like, are you serious about this or not? So really, things are quite affordable these days in the tech world. You can certainly find an option that is either free or almost free. Don't be afraid to invest. See you, Mariana. Awesome. So exciting. I have the gorgeous Jen Miller from Practice Better, who some of you may have seen. We've done some training together and workshops, masterminds and webinars and things over the past sort of 12, 18 months. Jen has put together a special recording just for us. She sent it to me last night, and I'm going to upload that after we get off the live today. And she's got a tour of Practice Better, and particularly its online program function, to give you a bit of a deep dive into how that can be a really great tool for those of you who are going to create your signature program and launch it. As I said, I love Practice Better. I just, a lot of my clients move to Practice Better because it's just so good. So Jen's recorded that. She was going to come on live, but it's very late in Canada at the moment. And so she wasn't able to do so. So she's pre-recorded something. And also what Jen's going to do is her Thursday and Friday, which is our Friday, Saturday, she will be answering questions inside Prosperous Practitioner. So I will post up the Practice Better tutorial video. And in that thread, if you have any questions about Practice Better, comment there. I know a lot of my masterminders are going to come in because they've got some questions, and she will literally come in and answer them for the next 2 days. So not today because she's asleep at the moment, but from tomorrow, her Thursday, Friday. So it might be like late at night. So as soon as you see that video, comment, tag Jen. So I'll put all these instructions in the group. I think it's just at Jen Miller. Tag her so she can be notified and she'll come in and answer your questions. So definitely worth getting that support if you're looking to move to Practice Better. And I also have a discount code as well that I'll put in there too that gets you a nice little discount off for 4 months, the first 4 months. So that's all good. So that's what's happening in the world of tech. If you have any other questions, please, comment. If you're watching the replay, #replay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off pretty soon, but I'm going to start to talk to you guys a little bit over the next couple of days about my Package and Prosper Mastermind. I've had quite a few of you ask already about, can I join the program? What's involved? I need more help. So stay tuned for some information on that program. And then on Monday, you guys get privy to a really special offer. I'm not going to say any more because I'm so bad at I'm good at keeping secrets when it's like deep and dark secrets that friends and people have told me. I'm very, as a health practitioner, you have great integrity, you know your boundaries. But when it's something about my own business that I'm about to launch and tell everyone about, I'm like so bad at keeping the secret. So I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm just going to tell you that it's going to be a 4-day only offer from Monday to Thursday next week. And if you've been on the fence about investing in a coaching program like Package and Prosper, my mastermind, my six-month mastermind, that you've had like a sprinkle of a taste of this week, but it's so much more. If you're really, really serious about that, this offer is like bananas, and it's going to mean that you can become part of my Package and Prosper mastermind, and it's going to be really affordable. Okay, and you can, it's literally 4 days. Like after that, I'm not doing it after that. It's just a little bit of a special for all of you who have come on here and participated and shown that, you have what it takes. You have amazing program ideas inside of you. Like the niches that are coming through are incredible. And this is my jam. I just want to help you launch that and start making money from it. Get you to 5K months from your program really quickly. Get you to 10K consistent months really, really quickly. Because I did it and my clients are doing it and you can do it too. It is just, programs are the best in our practice for us and our clients. So my mission is to help as many of you launch that, have really profitable practices, have practices that you can work from anywhere. You can go on holidays and still run your business, still do your group coaching call once a week and then go skiing, right? Still have clients signing up, have a really flexible business. Work from your clinic, but also have a program alongside that supports and increases your income in a really scalable, time-leveraged, easy, beautiful way, okay? So I will tell you more about Package and Prosper over the next few days. Next week, there's a whole ton of extra specials and goodies and bonuses and trainings coming out for you guys. You thought this was just 5 days, but it is not. I lied, it is more. It's more like 10 days. So tomorrow, we are on the last official training of the 5-day series, and it is Aligned Sales Mastery. So it's going to help all those of you who think I'm not good at sales, or how do I convert people from inquiries into paying clients? How do I get people on my program? I'm going to teach you a really great system, and we're going to talk about sales, and I'm going to make it feel not slimy and feel really sexy, because sales is sexy. So cool. Oh, a few more questions. Let me jump into those before I let you guys go. Most of you have stayed right through. I love the commitment and the passion. That is honestly all you need in business to succeed. Commitment, passion, and consistency probably too. And tech, really good tech. What are the questions? Sharon had a really quick question. Sharon says, on our website, is the idea to keep regular consultations packages as an option and a signature program as an additional offer, or to focus solely on signature programs? Sharon, that is a total question for you. In my business, I had both for a while, and then what I ended up doing was only having clients work with me in a signature program, 3, 6, or 12 months, because my program clients were getting far superior outcomes. And I loved working in that way. And that was a business decision that I made, and it was a good one. Same with my coaching business. I really don't do, like, you can't just book in for random coaching sessions here, there, and everywhere. You have to commit to a program because I'm a results-based coach, right? I was a results-based nutritionist and naturopath when I had my practice. I only wanted to work with clients that I knew were going to commit to a long enough period of time for me to get them results. That said, I have done both clinic clients, session by session clients and program clients. And I have clients in my mastermind, practitioners, who do it that way too. You don't have to choose one or the other. You get to do both. And especially if you were to work with me and we were to know that you wanted to still have your clinic running in that way, but you also wanted to launch a signature program, we would make sure that the choices we made about how we delivered your program and how we set it up were leveraged so that it didn't take up a huge amount of time, and it would easily fit in with your clinic so that you weren't burning out. And we would probably look at how you run your clinic as well and make sure that was streamlined so that you could do both and not be rocking in the corner crying. So yeah, it's really up to you, Sharon, how you do it. Jackie's looking forward to it. Cool, exciting, sounds great. Thanks so much. You are welcome. You are more than welcome. I love this. This is my jam. I found my happy place with coaching you guys. So I am grateful for you showing up for yourselves and showing up for me. So thanks, guys. Hope that gave you some food for thought with tech. Make sure you check out Jen's Practice Better tour and wonderful video that I'll post up in a moment. Post your tech questions for Practice Better below that. Ask questions in the group about tech. This is 5 days of free coaching. Make the most of it. Have a great day, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.